The Shadow Lady is a demon that lives in the shadows and watches you. Once she chooses you as a victim, she will come for you at night. You'll only see her shadow. Once you actually see her face, it will be too late for you.
Oh no, I'm scared.
For some reason, she cannot reach you if your bed is up high off the floor. So if you sleep in bunk beds, you need to be on the top bunk. That is your only safe place.
But I sleep on the bottom bunk.
Sucks for you.
Mom!
Shut up, you scaredy cat!
Jane, you are sleeping on the bottom bunk tonight for scaring your sister.
Ugh, Carly, you are such a loser! She's asleep? Huh?
Oh my goodness. Jane, are you okay? My sister was never the same again. For everyone watching, don't make up spooky stories to scare people. They might just come true.
This is a true story that happened to me when I was 11 or 12, back in the 1990s. I was a moody kid that preferred to be alone rather than play with my siblings. I enjoyed just relaxing in my room with a good book. On this specific summer day, I was lying in bed reading. I don't remember if it was boring or if I was just feeling distracted, but I kept reading the same paragraph over and over, not comprehending the words, blurring into one another. The book then slid off my bed and fell to the floor. Instead of retrieving it to continue my reading, I decided to get some sleep. Normally I never nap during the day, but my eyelids were so heavy all of a sudden. Darkness enveloped me. I came to within what felt like a dream. I saw blurred colors, and very slowly, a figure started to materialize through my foggy vision. It looked like me. I realized I was looking down onto my sleeping body. I felt a chill run up my spine. I stared in disbelief. That was definitely me sleeping. I even saw the clutter on the floor of my messy room. It seemed like I was floating near the ceiling. I looked to my left and noticed the net hanging from the corner of my room. It held all my plushies that I no longer played with. I even saw my old doll that I had been looking for months. It was squished behind several other stuffed animals, hidden from view. I looked back at myself sleeping, and suddenly I got very scared. It felt like I was looking from the perspective of a demon, stalking its prey as they slept, unaware of the danger. Suddenly, my vision blurred as whatever this thing was zoomed towards my sleeping body. I felt like my heart jumped in my chest as my eyes snapped open. I sat up and I could not stop hyperventilating. Did a demon just enter my body? I felt like I was having a panic attack. I was too scared to go back to sleep. If the sun wasn't streaming through my windows at the time, I think it could have been a lot worse. Eventually, I worked up the nerve to check my net. And sure enough, there was my missing doll, right where it was in my dream. Years later, I read a book describing my experience as astral traveling. The body's spirit leaves its shell while you're sleeping, and it was just my spirit returning suddenly to my body that scared me. I'm still not sure, but it was one of the scariest moments of my life. I prefer to believe the theory of astral traveling, because the alternative would keep me up at night. I'm 16 and I live in a small town. One day, I spent too long hanging out with a friend at her house. Before I knew it, the sun had went down. Normally, I don't walk home at night, so I texted my mom before I left and asked her to meet me halfway. She was not happy, but she agreed. As I walked home through the neighborhood, the sky darkened. Up ahead, I saw a figure standing under a streetlight. Slowly, I was able to discern that it was a boy who looked about my age. He had messy hair, scruffy clothes, and wore dark sunglasses. I smiled. I'm into bad boys. This guy looked like just my type. As I got closer, he looked up at me and returned my smile. But suddenly, my alarm bell started going off. This guy's vibe radiated danger for some reason. Make no mistake, I can take care of myself. If a stranger tried something, I was confident I could take him out. But this guy, for some reason, he terrified me like a dark, menacing presence. I regretted smiling at him. I was about to walk past him on the sidewalk, and I was scared he would try to start a conversation. Sure enough, he spoke to me.
Hey, can you help me?
Huh? I replied stupidly.
Can I use your phone?
I don't have one, I lied.
Do you live near here? Can I use your phone there?
I realized he was coming closer to me. Oh, no, sorry. I tried ending the conversation.
Please, I need your help.
He said, his voice giving me a chill down my spine. I cringed and reflexively took a step back. He stepped closer and said,
You have to help me. You're the only one that can help me.
I felt gripped by terror, frozen in fear, as he took another step towards me. I noticed that I could no longer hear the crickets chirping. Finally, I found my voice. Sorry, I can't help you. Now I have to go home before I get in trouble. I turned and walked away. It took everything in me not to break into a run right then. A few seconds later, I heard footsteps behind me. My heart started racing. I told him I couldn't help him. Why is he following me? Normally I would tell a guy off if he couldn't take a hint, but this guy, I could feel that he was a threat that I was no match for. I glanced behind me. He was following me down the sidewalk, smiling in my direction. I quickened my pace. So did he. This was ridiculous. I was not the scared person. I looked behind me again, ready to tell this guy to buzz off, no matter the danger. But when I looked back, my blood ran cold. I didn't realize how close he'd gotten to me. All of a sudden, I ran faster than I ever have before. What was that thing? His eyes were solid black. His skin had changed to a ghostly white. His teeth were sharp points that snapped as he ran towards me. He was gaining on me. Finally, I saw a familiar car up ahead. My mom! She was sitting in her car on her phone. I jumped in the car and locked it quickly. Mama, let's go now! My mom looked at me sternly. Young lady, do you know how late it is? It is your responsibility to get home before dark. I was busy. Mama, we have to go now. There is someone chasing me. What? Who is chasing you? She demanded. My mom slammed on the gas and sped away. Thankfully, the guy did not follow us. We called the police, but after patrolling the area, they didn't find anyone. It was the most terrifying moment of my life, and I had nightmares for months. Scary black-eyed boy, let's never meet again.